Hey, it's Spence from LaunchFlows.com. In this video, I want to show you that LaunchFlows components can work anywhere in a WordPress layout. They can even work inside of your widget areas. This works equally well with the classic widgets or with the Gutenberg, but as of the time of making this video, I still recommend the classic widgets, and there's a plugin that you can use called Classic Widgets to make sure that stays enabled. The Gutenberg widget area is still a little bit under construction, so some of the things aren't working well. But at the moment, it works great, even with Gutenberg, to just go ahead and put your components in place with shortcodes. Here's what I'm recommending. This is an example page where maybe I'm going to use this for a universal follow-up after purchasing a product. So instead of having a full, wide layout of a thank you, I'm going to put the thank you component on the side, but I'm going to use the sidebar to maybe feature an upsell. Or I could use the order bump component. Now the neat thing is the logic will work even if this is not a checkout page. So for example, here's that widget I showed in a recent video that's a full page ready to use template. If I want to remove that from the cart because maybe I put it in there, it will remove it and leave you back here, and I can add it back. And when I add it back, it takes me to the checkout. So the neat thing about it is you get kind of the utility of an order bump, but also the utility of changing your mind. This would work really well if you had multiple choices and one of them were already in the cart. And the parameters for how to do that are inside of our LaunchFlows.com documentation. But the bigger point is it's very simple to set up. For the moment, using the classic widgets area, I simply use the text widget because that gives me the opportunity to add a nice title. I've also got my WYSIWYG editor. If I want, I can use visual controls to style things. But all I need to do is plop in the short code for whatever I want to show. So for example, here's the upsell syntax, LF upsell, product ID equals. And I don't have to use ID, just product equals. Here's the one for the order bump. So just a little creative suggestion that using sidebars is often very powerful. And in particular, one last thing to tell you, notice that with all these sidebars, depending on your theme, or if you're using one of those dynamic sidebar plugins, you can make a widget area that doesn't really live on the sidebar of your page. It's just an area that holds a bunch of custom stuff that you can put somewhere else in your layout, even when using a page builder. So think of it as like a flexible Tupperware container for a bunch of widgets, and you can store in each of them a bunch of custom widgets for your particular LaunchFlows sales funnel needs. This is Spence. I'll see you on the next video.